Lego instructions are obviously a crucial part to building a new Lego set, but once you're finished, they become more annoying than anything. You definitely should keep them just in case the set breaks and you need to rebuild it, but actually finding a place for them can be challenging, especially depending on how many you have. In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks to store your Lego instructions. I do just want to get this out of the way first, that you technically don't need to keep instructions these days. They are available online either through Lego's website directly or third-party sites like Rebrickable. So you may be tempted to just recycle them and be done with it. And if you really, truly, genuinely do not have space, so be it. But please don't do this. It hurts just to think about. One system I know works for a lot of people is a binder. I personally don't use this method, so I can't actually show it, but here's the gist. You get a binder. I know this is a folder, but it's best I can do on short notice. And you get some of the clear pocket things, which obviously won't go in a folder, but you get the idea. And then you put the instructions in there. So just pretend this is a clear pocket thing, and then you just put the instructions in, and you can close it up, and that's that. Your instructions are now sorted like this. Now, the only thing is, this can get a bit expensive depending on how many binders and clear pockets you have to buy, but honestly, it's a nice system for keeping things organized. Then you can just like stack them on a shelf, and instead of staring at a pile of Lego instructions, you're staring at a pile of nicely organized binders. So this is definitely one that I recommend, even though I don't personally do it. Option 2 has a few different variations, but the general idea is just that you're piling your instructions somewhere, albeit in an organized way. I used to use a drawer, but I now use this massive cabinet that I have, and whatever you have that can fit all of your instructions will work. The spot isn't the real technique here. It's how you do it. So I, for example, am a big Lego Star Wars collector, so all of my Star Wars instructions are towards the front and all of the other themes are towards the back, since I don't really have to access that as much, since I don't buy sets from other themes as frequently as I do Star Wars. The Star Wars instructions towards the front are then sorted by size, so here we have very small instructions such as battle packs or like this Duel on Mandalore set, some polybag instructions, these are just smaller instructions and minifigure leaflet things from the mystery minifigs. Here's like medium instructions, which is a very tall pile. This is like slightly bigger medium instructions, and then here are large instructions for big sets. Each pile is then sorted chronologically by year, so for example on top we have Duel on Mandalore, and then if we go down a little bit we have a 2015 set, and if we go down even farther as I knock over the Corporal Alliance tank droids, you can see we have a 2014 Microfighter. And the reason I like sorting like this is it makes adding new sets incredibly easy. So for example, I have the 2022 Snowtrooper Battle Pack. It's a small instruction, it's newer than Duel on Mandalore, so it just goes right on top. And then I also have Boba Fett's Throne Room. This is a big instruction. It is newer than the Mandalorian Starfighter, so it just goes on top like that. And then behind all the Star Wars instructions, which really take no time at all to move, we have all of the other themes. So you can see that these are sorted in a similar way to Star Wars, having the big instructions all piled together. We have smaller instructions there, which just to conserve space are put on top of the medium instructions, and then a smaller pile of stuff over in the corner. The only difference here is that all the themes are combined. So for example, if we just look here, you can see these are some city sets. This is some superheroes. If we get closer to the top, there's some seasonal stuff down here. That's a Minecraft set. If we look over here, this is the treehouse right on top of Ninjago City with modulars on top and below. And the reason I combine all of these themes is, like I said before, I don't buy as much of them despite the insane amount of instructions that I have for them. So there's no point in sorting out the Lord of the Rings instructions and having a dedicated area for them if there's just this tiny stack of them. And despite themes being combined, rules of sorting by year still apply. So for example, on top we have the Lion Knight's Castle, a 2022 set. We have the 2021 Batman set, of more 2021 sets, and then it just keeps going back as we go down the pile. And that's really it when it comes to storing instructions. Unlike sets or boxes, there's really no one way that really conserves space when storing these things, because no matter what you do, there's still going to be giant slabs of paper that take up way too much space. You can't take them apart like you can sets, you can't flatten them like you can boxes, you are stuck with what you got. So because of that, there's really just a few main points that I want to reiterate. If you have a lot from one theme, keep them together. It makes things easier. Sort by size and organize them in chronological order to make it easy to find what you want, as well as add new instructions on top. And other than that, it's really up to you to find what space to use to keep them organized. And that will pretty much do it for this tutorial. I know it hasn't exactly been like the other ones, since there's not as much to say about sorting instructions as there is, say, sets or minifigs or parts. But still, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, a like is very much appreciated, and feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts, how do you store your instructions. And if you really like what you see, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss when I upload a new video, and feel free to check out my channel. I have plenty of other tutorials up on how to store various parts of your LEGO collection. And that will do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.